Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another, what should we call it, yarn haul video. It is one of my sales that I found on Facebook. So it's basically a Facebook marketplace yarn haul. It's the third one I've ever done ever since getting back into crocheting, and I got this absolutely huge box sent to me, which is wrapped up nicely with extra bags around it, and it does look like they have used an old banana crate, which is probably why, though everything looks safe and good compiled in there. I'm just shortly going to remove most of it so you don't need to hear all the crinkling sounds, and then I will get back to you. But before that, we just quickly mention here that, of course, as always, I have my faithful mug of tea, which today is my green tea, one of the very few green teas I do drink, with a flavor of orange and mandarin. It's a quite nice, fresh green tea, and you know, generally I just don't drink as many green teas, but this is one of the ones that I guess the taste comes closer to a black tea, even though it's not. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take care of most of this. I'm not really sure how long that will take to get through. So I will be back with you in just a minute. As you can see, I got the box up here. I got the plastic removed, and I do have a banana crate filled with yarn. And they have on top, because these banana crates, they're having holes in them. The sender put a nice cardboard on top of this box, so I think she did it nice. Now the question is, did she? No, she didn't. Add extra taping. So that was the top of the crate, and there is this lovely paper to help protect them. And then, when I'm looking in here, I have a lot of bags. A lot of loose bags. So I'm just gonna grab you guys. Well, actually I don't. I can actually just hold it up like this, I think. This is basically the box I have. Lots of bags with different yarns. And we are going to go through them one by one and see what I got myself. I think she might have backed them all up individually, because obviously I did get several batches of different yarns, and some of the yarns I'm really curious about. There are some really nice yarns between. There are some from Katia, there is some from Lana Grossa, lots of the yarns that I normally don't really have in my hands, because I've bought most of my yarns, I guess, from Pletta, Hobby, Ice Yarns, Linda Hobby, etc. And they don't all carry these yarns. So I'm really curious just having these in my hands, and maybe, who knows, figuring out some projects that I didn't think I would make. I would certainly want to make from these. Or maybe I realize I don't have a project, I end up giving them away in a giveaway. There's plenty of options here. So I thought, let's just talk about them one by one. And the first yarn I have here is definitely, they look almost all the same, not all of them, but almost all of the same. Is a yarn from a Meyer. Meyer is a German yarn. It's definitely woolly content, I would say, based on the feeling. It's called Fashion Ombre. So they have these variegated colorways, even though it's a bit difficult to see that it does variegate, but it does have this grayish where it goes into a more brownish melange. The Meyer, let's talk about it. Meyer Fashion Color Ombre. They do say here on the side, welcome to a world of inspiration by Meyer.com. And Meyer is a German company. They do get the yarns made in Turkey. And this particular one is 75% acrylic and 25% virgin wool. They are 1.75 ounces, so 50 grams. And for those, for those 50 grams, you get 111 meters, so that's 121 yards. It feels I'm not sure I would personally wear this against my skin, but it doesn't feel bad for a woolen yarn. So I have of these, this one and this one. So, and I do believe they're probably all like, yeah, they're all the same dye lots. I do have 7 of them. Of course, here are 2 more. Oh no, I don't. I have 6 of them. I can't count. I have 6 of these Katia and Meyer Ombre Fashion. And then I have a loose skein here of, I have no clue. It's another variegated yarn. It seemed though as if it's chain spun. Where this definitely is rowing style. This is a rowing style yarn. So the first here from Katia and Meyer is a rowing style yarn. You can easily see that. If I take 2 different strands here, you can see the difference in them. So this is a rowing style, but this is like a chain net spun kind of yarn. Almost like knitted or braided. I think this might be a bonus yarn. It says it's Pascaline, 100% acrylics. I recommend 2.5 to 3 millimeter knitting needles and Marcoma granite made in Belgium. So except for that, 50 grams, it doesn't say a lot. I think that's interesting. But yeah, it's just 100% acrylic. I would have no clue what to make of this, to be honest. Feel free to come with suggestions, description box down below. I think that was a bonus skein. That's what seems most logic right now. Then I have another fancy bag of all sorts of bonus, I guess. These are thinner yarns. I had not expected them to be so thin based on the photo, but luckily I can work with thin yarns. So my luck. Let's take them one by one, but I would definitely say thinner crochet yarns. We have here Record. It's made in Holland, so it's a Dutch yarn. It's 100 grams and it has a 420 meter, 100% cotton, made in Holland. Can be washed at 60 degrees, can be washed at low, can be even ironed. They recommend 2 to 2.5 millimeter hook. That's definitely a thin yarn, but it's a quite nice, soft feeling cotton. Wow, this is definitely a thin yarn. Like, I'm not even sure if I can get my finger on this. I don't think even any of my cakes from Katia are this thin. This is probably some of the thinnest yarn I've had in my hands. I can imagine this making some sort of really small like lace work maybe, or it's something good for orchies. Orchies is like a way of knotting things together. That's something for my mom maybe. Maybe I end up have yarn for my mom. I also have more yarn here. Durable Fisherman yarn made in Holland, 60 gram, 100% cotton, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't even say how long it is. That's also one of these extremely thin threads. Like lighter than lightweight. I might have to figure out some sort of miniature crochet projects, and I do actually have some really small hooks, so I could crochet with it, but I would have no clue what to make of it. But we will see. Here's another one. There is no brand, no nothing. Another very thin one. I can imagine this also probably being 100% cotton. Again, super thin white. That's obviously also not the reason that I got these yarns. So we have a blue yarn of a no name, and it's kind of unraveled, so I'm just gonna wrap it back up on the board. This could be acrylic actually. I don't think this is cotton as much. Maybe microfiber. Another thin one, but it seems very much like this one. They seem very much the same except different colors. And this one has some information. It says it's washable in the machine, can be washed at 30 degrees or 85 degrees Fahrenheit. They recommend 2.5 millimeter knitting needles. It's 50 grams to 260 yards. 100% acrylic. It's made by Leidje Wolspinnerij, Leiden. So it's made here in the Netherlands. And it's called Nevada Crochet. Nevada. Definitely the same types, these two. And then we have another ball of randomness. Actually, these, no, they're not even the same. This is a ball of randomness. I've no clue what this is supposed to be or create. Who knows? Lovely with things of randomness. Here we are getting into what I believe, some of them might be the same at least. This is cotton yarns, and they are all at least full skeins. Very thin ones. It's called cotton yarn. It's 99% cotton and 1% polyester. It comes with work instructions and an instruction video to create a granny shawl. Apparently. I'm not really sure where those would be found. Oh. It's yarns from Kruidvat. Kruidvat is it's actually a Dutch store doing health supplies and other random things, but you could go there to get shampoo, makeups, vitamin pills. Not really sure what that term would be. In Danish would be similar to Matas, or in Germany to DM. In the UK, it's probably like Boots or Walgreens or something like that. But yeah, apparently they should have a pattern there. I'm not so sure though, because it seems old. But I have one of these. And this is 50 grams. For these 50 grams, I get 280 meters. It's a very thin one, so it's definitely going to be a very thin to put around. And there are a few of them. This might be whole skein. There's a few that seems to be sort of open and partially broken, but they're all the same. So this is also, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are definitely very thin yarns. Like, not really sure if I had expected them to be so thin. That was some of the yarn that actually did catch my attention and wanted to do. But I didn't expect it to be so thin. And I also have some from these in more like pink, purple, white glow. And these are the exact same specs as these. The yarns is just basically falling apart. Interesting. So definitely something that I'm going to attempt make shawls from, I think. I had not expected them to be this thin though. I had expected them to be more like a 3-weight. But there you see, that's a challenge buying something on photos. If you don't know the yarn exactly, you can't be 100% sure what you get. But that's also at the same time the surprise of things, right? I really like the surprise of things. I have 5 skeins of these. So I definitely have 5 skeins opportunity of making a nice wrap still. So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna make. I'm just gonna put some of these back into this bag to keep a little bit track of them. Definitely some very, very thin yarns. I'm not completely sure what to make with all of them, but I will figure it out, right? So not something I'm like concerned with right now. Then I have this bag. Another bit dusty bag. They have some, I would say, novelty yarns, fancy yarns. So we have Lang Yarns. Lang Yarns is also a brand, and they have the yarn Linda. This is like, I'm not even sure if I would call this a yarn though. This reminds me of the edges when you're sewing things together. Let's see if I can actually even get it to zoom or to focus. Feels nice, but it seems all like the edges that they somehow have spun together. This is 50 grams, so there are 50 grams in these skeins to 150 meters. So that's 1.75 ounces to about 163 maybe meters. It's 85% cotton and 10% polyamide, and they really come in these lovely different colors. I would have absolutely zero clue what to make of this, to be honest. I would probably have to Google suggestions. There is one here as well. So there are 4 skeins of these. So I have 600 meters of yarn. And then I have another one from Linda, but different colorway. Again, Lang Yarns. Same specs, just different colorways. I really enjoyed this colorway. This is lovely. Like fall, yellows, oranges, forest green. This one is gorgeous. I really like these colors. I'm also liking the other colors, don't get me wrong, because they are really, really cool. But I still have absolutely no clue what to make of this. This is, you know, the yarns where I'm like, fancy. It's cool to have had them in your hand. They feel nice and soft. If you have suggestions, comments down below. Really, really suggestions. Maybe they're good for a throw as well, or a shawl. I think they're shawl friendly. I could probably make a small shawl of them. Then I have a bunch of smaller cakes here from Fonty. Fonty is bamboo. And it says here made in Crochet. So it's 50 grams to 95 meters. They recommend 3 to 3.5 millimeter knitting needles. Can be washed at 30 degrees. Can be ironed at low. Don't bleach. Can be dry cleaned. And it does say bamboo, but it's actually 100% viscose. This is soft. This is so soft. It's going to suck to work with because it's all black. But it's really, really soft. I can definitely imagine making something with this. I have various small cakes here. All a bit of a mess. They are definitely not really kept together. It looks like I have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these. That could definitely make some nice shawl or something like that. That's pretty much what I'm thinking right now, because I have absolutely no clue what to make of it. Really, zero clue. I think that's a fun thing. This is a bit of a yarn haul novelty, I guess you could say. I should actually count how many balls I have. So I have 10 there, 6 there, 6 there is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And I had 5 of these, 20, 33, 40 so far. And I still have more yarns to go. And I think overall, I might have paid about €1 per ball at best. Like, it was a really, really good offer, especially for what of the things you get, some of the things you're getting. So we have another bag here, and that's one of the last bags because the rest is actually in packages. So I have, and this looks like to be 2 bags in one. but that's just to keep track of it. This is 2 of the same, and these are the Lana Grossa yarns, and they are tape yarns, or yeah, I think we should call them tape yarns. And I thought that was what it was gonna be, yet it's not completely what I expected. But that's a fun thing, right? So let's have the first one here, which is a Roma. Lana Grossa Roma. I adore these colors though. Feels nice though. 50 grams to 105 meters. It's 100% cotton. I had thought it would have had some viscose in this. So yeah, it's definitely a tape yarn or a t-shirt yarn or whatever you want to call it. It's a colorway 11. They recommend knitting needles 5 to 6 millimeter. So my first initial thought of these yarns is actually maybe making a bag, handbag or something like that. So this is Roma, and I have more. I have one more Roma, but I do have others. Are they all Roma? I'm not sure now. Roma, so that's 3. So that's 43 balls right now. Then I have some in this gorgeous red. Also Roma from Lana Grossa. I think this is gorgeous. You could also easily do them together. Handbags. I need to find patterns for tape yarns, handbags. One more Roma, Lana Grossa. So that would be 5. We have one more here. That's a different color. That's like gray brown. Still gorgeous, gorgeous. These could also they could all work together somehow if you wanted to. Absolutely gorgeous. I have one more here and one more. So that would be 8 of the Romas. 9. I think that's it. The rest I have is Lana Grossa Area. But this is also a thinner version of these tape yarn things. 100% cotton still, 50 grams to 165 meters. So these guys were 105, so these are 60 meters longer, so about 65 yards longer, same weight. So both 1.75 ounces and both 100% cotton. And so this is the Aria. And I do have more of them, but they are more like sandy brown. But they're the same. They're all the same. So I have 1, 2, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. So that's like 18 on top. So you're now at like 58 balls. Yeah, I've definitely paid like no more than €1 per ball for this deal of a novelty deal. It could also be thread. It could also be shawls. Throws. I'm not really sure what to make of these yet, of the Lana Grossas, but I'm definitely gonna make something funny. Then I have one big group of thinner crochet yarns here, and I'm not sure if I want to open it because they're all in a bag and there isn't a clear opening. And it just says 100% cotton here at the edge. And it seems French. Perf Romanas 100% combed cotton. Can be washed at 40 degrees. Can be ironed. They recommend 1.5 millimeter crochet hook. I think they're gorgeous. I can't just click this, but lengthen these guys. Yeah, 50 grams to 280 meters. That's definitely a thin cotton. This is something where I'm sure my mom will watch this video and she will write me a couple of suggestions for all these very, very super thin yarns. I can imagine actually this thin yarn could also turn into, because there's so much of it, I could also make like some sort of shawl from it, like a very light shawl. That's my quick thought. Then the last yarns I have here is also a batch of yarns here. They are all the same. So there was 10 of these. Then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 of these Katia yarns. 20. Oh my goodness, this is so insanely soft. Katia Harmony. Oh goodness, I cannot describe how soft this yarn is. This is the steal of the deal. So I've had 58, 68, 88 balls of yarn for 75 euros, including shipping. Talk about a deal. Like if you think about how much a ball of yarn costs on a daily use. Okay, there's a few yarns in between where I'm like, I have no clue where they're from or what to use them on, but still, some of these yarns are so amazing. I need to find out like what would this Katia Harmony normally cost, but this is so, whoa. So it's plushy and it's furry, and it's chain spun with a plushy furry kind of halo look. I'm not sure if I can get it to zoom or focus, but it's chain spun. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's chain spun and it still has this fuss on it. And it's a lovely color. I have to figure out how to make a shirt from this. It's 50 grams, so 1.75 ounces. Then it's 95 meters, which is 104 yards. It's made from 38% virgin wool. I would not have guessed this was wool. 37% acrylic and 25% polyamide. It's probably the polyamide that makes it so, but this doesn't feel woolly at all. I am impressed. What would Katia Harmony normally cost? I don't know, but this is gorgeous. Like if you have a chance getting a hold of Katia Harmony, wow, I am really like, and obviously I'm having 20 of these balls. So here is my sweater. And I'm almost thinking I should knit it, but I can't. Well, I can knit, but I'm really poor at knitting. Wow, I want a sweater of this. I want a sweater of this. I need to find out if I should crochet it or if I should send it all to my mom and ask her to knit it. I don't know. Of course, Mom, if you're watching this and you have an idea of what to make of this, you know where to find me. Maybe I find out something else, but oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous feeling. Cannot be described with words. It cannot be described with words how amazing this feels. Some of these yarns were definitely buying these guys from new, not anywhere close to what I paid for this. Of course, a lot of this is like a bit of a gamble what you're getting. I don't know what to use half of this for, but this Katia yarn is definitely going to become a sweater somehow, someday, out in the future. And the good thing with yarn is they don't degrade over time. If you keep them well, I keep them in a nice dry place. So these guys will wait for the very right moment for the very right project, that's for sure. That's pretty much it. The box here is empty. I am going to figure out how to put all this back to a place of a good purpose. And then I thank you very much for checking in and watching this third Facebook yarn haul video with me. And of course, don't forget to check in and hit that subscribe button, because of course, as always, I do post yarn haul videos, tutorials, giveaways, yarn talks, much more, all yarn and happily related content. Take care and happy crafting until I see you again. Bye. Curious as I am, I did go and look them up. These Katia Harmony costs as new €4.50 per ball. €4.50, and in fact it's not 38% wool. It's apparently 38% merino wool. Maybe that's why it feels so soft. But €4.50 per ball. And I have 20 of them. That's like €90 of yarn if I had bought this from new. And then I got all of it, then I still paid less. On sale, it's €3.60 right now at like the first web store I found it on when I was like Googling it. €3.60, still €36 for 10. So that's 72 for the sale, which is like only 3 years less than what I paid for the whole batch here. I really got a killer of a deal. That was just a heads up. Sometimes you really can find amazing deals, even though that you sometimes get yarn included that you're like, I have no clue what to use it for. But crickets, this was a killer of a deal, and I'm definitely going to use it for something. I just need to find the right project. If you have any ideas for it, feel free to post them in the comments down below. I know Katia also have patterns on the website. I might actually have to check their website out if there's any patterns that I would like, and then we'll have to take it from there. But I definitely have enough yarn to make a good project. So that was just Happy Me. Here on and out. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.